Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy, the Mad Tiger, up here today with a small pickups video. I've got 7 more PlayStation 4 games and a new console. Well, it's not new, but it's new to the collection. I thought I'd do a little video today, just did some trading, so got about £80 worth of trading credit. Thought I'd do a little video today because I'm going to be going back down to my mum's tomorrow for a few days till Friday, so I don't know if there's going to be any videos being done while I'm down there. I'm going to go down and see my nan because she's not very well. She's it's not good, so I thought I'd go down and see her at least, and spend some time down there, possibly, you know, go and see my nan, make sure, you know, I see her and stuff like that. So that's probably why, you know, if there's no videos during the week, that's why. So I apologise in advance. But just brought a bunch of more PlayStation 4 games, a few just cheap ones, and then a few sort of mid rarity, I guess. But yeah, so let's just let me just sort them out into where they are, price range, and then the pod size at the end. Excuse the thing. First up, I picked up Dishonored: Death of an Outsider, or The Outsider, should I say. I did have this on Xbox One, but I never got around to playing it, so obviously, you know me, I'm on my PS4 now, so I've decided to pick up this version of the game. I have played the original Dishonored, well, the remake or the remastered. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a pretty solid game. Of course, I went through the whole game pretty much killing everyone. I wasn't really stealthy. But yeah, Death of the Outsider is a sort of standalone expansion pack, almost. I don't know how good this one is. I don't know if this is a good worth the money, but it was only a £5, so I thought, you know, for £5, again, that I haven't played on PS4, again in the collection. So yep. Then I picked up, against many people's better judgment, but Mass Effect Andromeda. This is on EA Access, and that's how I had it on the PlayStation Xbox One, but I never actually got around to playing it. I haven't played much of any Mass Effect game other than the first one. I played about an hour or so of the first game. I know this game sort of had a lot of hate behind it. A lot of people didn't like it. They didn't give it the right support and things. I don't really know, like, if the hate is real on this game or not. I've heard it's not bad. It's just, what if you love the Mass Effect series, you were a bit disappointed by this game. That's what I heard. But the good thing about this game, I hear, is that you don't really need to play the other Mass Effect games to really sort of, you know, understand this one. It's just like its own thing, so not really part of the trilogy almost. So this was £6, so I thought, you know what, I'll get the physical version of this game, see if it's any good. I could probably put some time into it. I might enjoy it, I might not, but we'll see. And then for £8 I picked up both of the infamous PS4 games. So Infamous Second Son. You wouldn't believe it, I've never played any Infamous game. I think I might have played a little bit of the first one on PS3. This was a launch title for the PlayStation 4, an early title. And actually it still holds up, I'm told. I'm told this game still holds up quite nicely. But yeah, it's actually one of those really fun sort of open world superhero-esque games. And excuse me, sorry, it's because I've been out in the sun, you see. But yeah, I thought, you know what, I don't have this. It's one of the sort of early PlayStation 4 games, and I don't have it in the collection, so it had to be in the collection one way or another. Probably enjoy this one. I've watched the playthrough of this. I think I watched PewDiePie play it, but when it first came out. But it's been so long since I watched that, so again, I don't really think, but I hear it still holds up pretty well. And of course, the standalone expansion, First Light, Infamous First Light. Again, similar to the Second Son, this was its own standalone game, kind of like Death of an Outsider. For Dishonored, you know, they do that sometimes. They bring out a standalone, almost expansion pack. It's not a sequel, but at the same time, it's not. I don't know. It's still part of the first game, but it can be sold on its own. Again, new character, new abilities and things like that. So much of the same, I hear, but still, if you like the Infamous series, you've got to have them both. And then for a tenner, I picked up another Koei Tecmo game, but this is a Koei Tecmo Square Enix title, Dragon Quest Heroes 2. I don't know if I've still got the original. I might have traded that in like an idiot. So for a £10, I thought, you know what, I'll pick this one up. Again, another Warriors game in the collection. You know me, I love my Warriors games. Never really played much Dragon Quest, mind you. I played a little bit of the Dragon Quest 7, but that's about it really. This is the Explorers pack, which come with some extra DLC. If it will work, I don't know. It probably won't. But nevertheless, yeah, I don't know how good this game is. I don't know if it's a fun Warriors game, but still better than nothing. And then I was very happy because I picked up Valkyria Revolution, and I noticed someone commented, I think it was Aldath, I think it was you, commented saying that the Valkyria Revolution game is nothing like the other Valkyria games, which is sort of like, you know, third-person real-time strategy games, and that's why I picked up Valkyria Chronicles Remastered Euphoria, Europia Edition, or Europa, I think it's Europia, Europa, I don't know, Euphoria, I don't know, which includes a small art booklet. Again, love the little art booklets, and it also comes with a poster, a map, I think, and obviously some all the DLC from the original game, some extra missions, and of course new difficulty and things like that. This was the one that I probably really enjoy. It's a Sega branded game, of course. But yeah, I'm looking forward to trying this one out because I hear it's really good. Originally on the PlayStation 3. I didn't even realise that they did a remaster for this, so I'm quite happy to have this actually. So yeah, another sort of semi-limited edition, and that was £12. And then last but not least, for PlayStation 4, I picked up Agony, £15. I've wanted this game for a while. I hear it's actually when I first heard about this game, and I've seen the demos online, I was like, wow, you know, this looks amazing. You know, this game based in hell. It's really brutal. It's very the environment's very well done and stuff. But I hear the actual final game wasn't that good. I hear that it was quite I think the sound was a bit off. Again, I don't know how good this game is. Let me know in the comments below. Is Agony a bad game, or if it's, you know, but I've wanted this one. I want to try it out for myself. I like this sort of style of horror. You know, very descriptive horror. Very, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Very designed, I guess. Very well designed. Again, how good the game is, I don't know, but I hear it's some people might like it, some people don't. I'll soon get around to playing it, but this is sort of the game that I want to play because I want to look at the environment and go, wow, that's very dark and stuff like that. So we'll soon find out if it's any good. And then the new console, why I decided to get one. And the console is a PlayStation 1. I know what you're thinking. You've got PlayStation 3, you've got PlayStation 2. The main reason I got this, and it was £18, that's again, so the main reason I got this is two reasons. One, nostalgia. I would just love to have a PlayStation 4 in here, and then the PlayStation 1, and just go, you know what, look how the how much it's evolved, you know, from the bottom, and then the PS4, two fantastic consoles, worlds apart, but still, you know, this is this is nostalgia at its finest for me. This was one of my first ever consoles that I grew up playing. So I've got a lot of nostalgia for it. Yes, I can play PS1 games on my PS3. However, my PS3 isn't set up and I can't be asked to set it up just to play some PlayStation 1 games. Again, because I have PlayStation Now, a lot of the PlayStation 3 games that I have or want to play, I'll play on PlayStation Now. And for the PlayStation 2, I find that it is, for the PlayStation 2, and it's got that fucking shitty RF adapter. So I don't know if I might need to hunt down some AV cables for this, but I don't know if RF will work. For the PlayStation 2, again, because I have component cables, for some reason when I try to play PlayStation 1 games, it just doesn't, nothing comes up on the screen. So instead of, trying to swap out every time I want to play PlayStation 3, I just thought I'd eliminate the hard process. But now I finally have all 4 PlayStation consoles: the PlayStation 1, the 2, the 3 and the 4. So again, part of being a collector is having a full collection. I know I don't have like every single model and things. I'm not that bad. I don't need every single model and stuff like that. I don't have the room to have loads of different models and box consoles and things like that. And this is a nice size console. It's not too big. But again, the PlayStation is just such a well respected console. This console just has so much nostalgia behind it for me, and I'm sure for a lot of you guys as well, and girls, sorry, and anything else you describe yourself as. I don't want to be discriminative, I guess. But yeah, I think a lot of people grew up with the PlayStation 1, especially around about my age, mid-20s. And the PlayStation 1 is just such a good console. It had so many... wait, I think you can put the power adapters into there. I don't know. The PlayStation 1 just had so many great games on it. It was very influential in gaming history. It wasn't the first disc-based console. You had the 3DO and the CDI and the Sega CD and all of those CD-based consoles, the Amiga 32, all of those consoles before the PlayStation, but none of those consoles really got CD technology down to a T. But it was the PlayStation 1, or just the PlayStation as it was called, that really made CD gaming into into the main format for gaming. Obviously there was like the Nintendo 64 and the Dreamcast and things at the time as well, but the PlayStation just lived on for so long, and the PlayStation 2 again, we already know my thoughts on the PlayStation 2, my favourite console of all time, but the PlayStation, it just has so much history behind it. I've got a bunch of PlayStation 1 games that I'd like to be able to sit up here, just sort of reminisce, sit in bed and play on the PlayStation 1, on the actual proper PlayStation 1 console, with the PlayStation 1 controller, no DualShock, but I do have a DualShock one downstairs, which I probably will use, because but the nostalgia is just there for me. Whether or not I'm going to be able to set this up and get it to work with an RF, I don't know. I can try it, see what happens, but I can't guarantee anything until I figure it out. But again, to have a PlayStation 1 console is just, it just brings back so many memories for me. Again, what more can you want from this is what you call an actual console. This is where it all began for me. I know I had Sega Mega Drive before, but that was when I was like a couple of years old, so I wouldn't have remembered much about it. But the PlayStation 1, growing up playing fantastic games like Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Crash Team Racing, which is why I can't wait for the remaster. Crash, again, fantastic games. Resident Evil, Dino Crisis, again, was a really good one. So many great games. The list goes on. Total Driving, if you know that one. Fantastic games. Now that I have the console, I might do like a overview. video in the future where we talk about the console, we talk about some of the games, some of the accessories, those sort of things. The actual condition of this console isn't too bad. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but it's actually pretty nice. It's not pretty beaten up or anything, so it's nice, nice console, and it can go right there on the side. So you've got the PlayStation 1 and of course the PlayStation 2. Again, PlayStation 2, sorry, PlayStation 4, the PS2 and the PS3 downstairs. Again, I'm probably not going to try and set it up for now. I'm probably just going to leave it there for now. Mess around setting it up maybe when I want to play it and stuff like that. Maybe have to buy some AV cables for it instead of fucking around with RF and stuff like that. I've got to figure out how I change the channel on the TV as well, actually. I don't know how I do that. But again, PlayStation 1 is where it's at for me. It all began with the PlayStation 1. You know, which brings me to the whole point of why haven't I got a PlayStation Classic? I've been in two minds. I've seen them for about 30 quid, which isn't too bad actually. I've seen them for about 30 quid. I was going to get one on holiday, but I thought, you know, 20 games, when I've got most of the games that were on the PlayStation Classic, ones that I didn't grow up with, or I've already got them, so I didn't really need to have the PlayStation Classic. It was a good idea for Sony, but unfortunately it just didn't do as well as they planned, unfortunately, and it's a shame really, you know. But in my opinion, if you want a PlayStation Classic, just buy the PlayStation. It's cheaper. Yeah, you have to buy the games individually unless you mod your console, but again, the PlayStation is where it's at for me, you know. It's right here. This just shows right here, you know, just how you know, we come so far. You know, we've got PS4 and the PlayStation 1 right there. Shows my love for collecting, my love for gaming. I'm not just all about the new games. I'm not just all about the most expensive consoles or things like that. I love gaming as a whole. I love collecting as a whole. Some games in consoles I don't bother with, you know, ones that I don't have any nostalgia for, or because I don't have the room for them, there's no point in having them. But again, you gotta love collecting. I've been collecting for a good, you know, 7 or so years, and it keeps getting better and better. More and more great games are coming out. PlayStation 4. Again, you got PC, Switch, Xbox One, you know, all of those things. E3's on the way, so I'll be keeping an eye out on what games get announced at E3. Please, Time Splitters, come on, man. I've forgotten the name of the people that have the rights to that game now. I think it was part of THQ, but come on, man. Time Splitters, just announce it. Just announce it. Whether it's remastered, HD remake, or a new Time Splitters game, just make a Time Splitters. It's been nearly 15 or so years. Like, come on, just do it. Just fucking make Time Splitters. I want it. We all want it. We need it. But yeah, so that's today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Sorry I haven't been, you know, all over the place. There's a lot going on at the moment, and obviously the way things are back home at the moment with my nan and stuff, I'm a bit, I'm not trying to let it get me down or nothing, but, you know, things get to you sometimes. So I will be playing some PlayStation 4 tonight. I'm going to play some Dead Nation with my mate for the first time ever since he's got his PS4. This is the first time he's actually going to be on it, so I'm pretty hyped to go back and play a game we used to play a lot on the PS3. So can't wait for that, Ryan. So make sure you're online tonight. I'll be pissed if you don't come on. But yeah, anyway guys, if you enjoyed today's video, feel free to leave a like, and of course, comment below. Let me know what you picked up recently. Do you have nostalgia for the PlayStation 1? Let me know your favourite PlayStation 1 game. Let me know some hidden gems on the PlayStation 1 games that you think I should own. And of course guys, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, and join the family. I'm sorry if there's no videos till next week. I will try to do some while I'm away, but I don't know what I'm going to do. But yeah, as always guys, have a nice day, and I will see you in the next video. Feel free to follow on Instagram and Twitter at The Mad Tiger everywhere. and you can check out all the updates and links and things like that. Of course, be streaming and things like that will be on there as well. So guys, thanks for watching and take care, and bye bye.